when you pick
what
it
are
out
we
logic,
defining?
man.
Not the divine essence, but
Wait,
God.
Essential
what
properties
is
are
Next
true.
person, next person to interrupt.
what is being picked out when we say the word God here?
Next person to interrupt gets dropped, by the way.
You tell me, Mr. Bob. I agree
You're
with
the
you.
one who
You
asked me the question.
Let me tell you.
You
If
asked
tell
me a
that
question, but then when I
let me
ask you to
respond, let me
refine
respond.
what is being
One
said of
second,
the
one
question,
second,
you say ask me.
Bob, if you're saying God is only divine essence, no problem. I accepted it. So just stick with it.
Well, no, because I'm saying that there are different ways in which we can use the word God, and it's
So there
picking
are
up.
two definitions. 3, 4, how many?
Well, God can either be outlining a nominal sense, so just the essence of God.
Fantastic. I love it. So now you believe in two definitions, distinct from each other. One talk about essence, one talk about essence and persons, one maybe is only talk about persons. No problem.
Bob, what's his
So how many
question?
definitions are there?
Wait, can I ask a question? Wait, Bob, let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
So, okay, so do you agree that rationality is going to be an essential property of humanity, such that for every X is a human, X is
buddy,
rational?
stop. You need to slow down. Speak to me like you speak to your mother.
Yeah, I'm asking you do you agree that rationality is an essential property to be human? So that means for every X, if X is human, X is rational. Property to be God, just like being omnipotent, omniscience, omnibenevolent are like essential properties to be God.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so in every possible world, God has to be triune. So no possible worlds can fail to be triune. So it's going to be an essential property for God, meaning that for every X, if X is God, X is triune. So do you agree that the Son is God?
Yep.
So is the Son triune?
Nope.
Okay, so then you just
No,
the
because
Son
when you say is it
not
essential
identical
for God, because again, I'll give you the same response I gave you initially. When we say that God is triune, we're just saying that metaphysically, in all possible worlds, God is going to be triune. Now, the assumption is that because God is Trinity, and that the Son is God, therefore God is triune. It's just a false assumption of
It's a
principles of
categorical
identity.
error.
No, it's not a categorical error, because wait 1 second, you want to say
Yeah,
the
it
Son
is,
is
bro.
identical to the divine essence, and if you say, or you want to say the Son is identical
That's
to God, and
literally
you
like
say
a
God
I don't
has...
take it that
Wait
we
1 second,
predicate
can I finish?
I don't,
Wait,
big man,
you
I don't
let me
take it that
talk.
we, hold on. We don't predicate Trinity of the divine essence. That's kind of weird. Like,
So what do you predicate? Okay, so what do you predicate of to?
Well, you don't predicate it of the divine essence. It
So
is,
what do you predicate it onto?
well, you could almost say it's like accidental. It's not essential.
Wait, but you just said God cannot fail to be triune in any possible
Yeah,
world.
metaphysically. There's a metaphysical.
Wait, do you know what metaphysical
God has a
necessity is?
metaphysical definition.
Okay, metaphysically
Wait,
necessary.
Summit, are you
Pick
dumb?
one
Metaphysically
person to speak to me, bro.
Summit is actually cooked, yes, bro. What are you talking about?
Wait, I didn't
I'm
finish.
cooked.
Wait, I didn't
I
finish.
think
Wait,
Mr. Bob.
I don't know what
one
you're talking
second.
about,
Wait,
big
1
man.
second.
Yeah, Summit is waffling, bro. I can't lie.
Bro, pick one.
You just
pick
admitted
one team
you
player,
just
man.
admitted there are two definitions of God.
Bye,
Bro,
servant.
pick
What you
one
had, bro?
team player, man.
Wait 1 second. According to Stanford's Encyclopedia of Philosophy, something which is metaphysically necessary cannot fail to be otherwise in any possible world. Like,
Yeah.
logically necessary flows from the laws of logic. You don't even know what metaphysical necessity means, because when you say it's accidental, then you're denying that they are that being triune is metaphysically necessary. So you don't even know anything about philosophy.
I don't take it that that's what it actually means. Just to say that something is accidental doesn't mean it cannot also be essential for the.
Okay, yeah. When I clip this, I will post like the screenshot from Encyclopedia of Philosophy. That's fine. Okay, so
Draw big man.
yeah, okay. So wait, so I asked you. You believe that God is triune. You believe Son is identical to God, but the Son isn't triune. So you believe the Son and God differ in essential properties.
When did I ever say that?
Wait, so is it an essential property of God to be triune?
No.
Okay, so God can fail to be triune in some possible world, because that's what I take essential to be. You're like equivocating what essential means here.
I'm not
That's what I take
equivocating.
essential to mean.
I just say we don't predicate like triunity of the divine essence.
Oh yeah, you want to predicate. I mean, you want to predicate it to the Trinitarian Godhead as a whole, but like the Trinitarian Godhead as a whole, like share the same nature as the Son. So the Godhead as a whole would be triune, but the Son is identical to the Trinitarian Godhead, so the Son would be triune.
I mean, I just take it out.
What? Yeah, but you want to say like, I mean, if you're like, you want to say like God, his mode of existence, like the mode of existence of God is that he exists as three like as three subsistent relations. Like the divine essence exists as three subsistent relations. No one wants to deny that. So you want to say the divine essence exists as three modes of subsistence relations? No one wants to deny that. So is it existing as three modes of subsistence
Wait, one
relations?
sec. I got to deal with someone right next to me. Give me a minute.
What's up, guys?
So
Just a question. Unknown, is unknown a Muslim?
yeah.
Oh, interesting. I would like to know, what does he mean when you say three modes?
Yeah. So like for instance, I'm assuming like Bob agrees. Like I mean, for instance, the Thomistic Trinitarians, they describe God as having like three modes of like
Yeah,
subsistence.
you could say modes.
Yeah,
No,
he
you
exists like
can't
three
say
modes.
no, guys.
He
Come on,
exists as
you
three
can't
modes.
say modes. What do you mean when you say three mode? Define mode.
You can say modes because then there's three distinct persons.
Yeah, three modes of
subsistence.
subsistence.
Yeah,
It's
three
like
distinct persons does not negate the fact that they have the same
they are
essence,
modes,
attributes, and
man.
nature.
yeah, that's just okay. But you want to say that God exists as three modes of subsistence, right?
No, if you as a Muslim say God exists as three modes, are you referring to God is in the three different persons is three different divine, or three different gods? Is that what you say?
No, this isn't about my theology. This is about your theology. So let's
No,
get
no,
to your.
it is about my theology that you misunderstanding. That's what I'm trying to get at.
I don't even know. I don't even think you know what the discussion is about. Let me get to Bob. So Bob, when you say God exists as three modes, what does God pick order? Hello, is there any answer? Okay.